It's hard to meet women. I got to get creative now, so start going to parent-teacher conferences. This is my first time here, and I got to tell you, I'm coming in. I'm like, it's just so peaceful. You know, I come to the mountains. I'm like, seriously, this would be a great place to dump a body. I'm not. Everyone talks. It's so friendly here. I'm not used to it. This happened over here. I was getting a cup of coffee. And I'm waiting in line. Now, I grew up in Ohio, but I moved to New York. So, like 3 years ago, so I'm starting to get that New York attitude. This guy's looking at me, and finally I turn to him, I'm like, what? I'm a little aggressive. So, hey, man, anyone ever tell you with your eyes and your nose you look like Sylvester Stallone? Rocky? Yeah, I'd say Rocky 1, 13th, 14th round. Really applause. Hey, get to know each other a little bit. I used to be a TV sportscaster, and now I'm here with you. So career's going great. Listen, whenever I say this, it's like, oh man, TV sports, it's a dream job. Why would you ever leave? And it's a complicated story. And obviously we don't get a lot of time, so I'll try to explain it real quick. I got fired. Yes, please, enjoy the death of my dreams. But I had some success. I did. I earned an audition at ESPN. And of course, I turned them down. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to miss Saturday night in Provo. All right, there's a chance I made that last part up. I did get the audition. I didn't get the offer. I was runner-up. And the reason I didn't get the job, and I swear this is what they told my agent. They said, looks are a concern. Oh, like you mean it. Listen, that hurts. So I asked my agent, I'm like, Adam, tell me exactly what ESPN said. I got it written down. Hold on. The worldwide leader in sports said, you look like a Muppet. Was it Laced Animal? No. Do you remember those two old guys in the balcony? I'm really going to regret telling you this. But you know how you just met Andy? When he first heard me say, he's like, Bill, don't feel bad. I watched some Sports Center. They've hired some new guys. They're actually kind of ugly. You should reapply. Try to put that whole sports thing on our past, you know? But we all know how our past can follow us. Don't you not, dude. Seriously, you look like you're 14. What kind of past could you have, man? Like a big wheel accident? How old are you? 20. 20? Aw. That's awesome. What happened? Mom couldn't get a sitter? Listen, I like the young ones. I do. I like them. There's some young ones there. I like them because they always have that glow. I mean, usually on your phone because you're always texting and twittering. 5 minutes ago, the two of them were like, we're surrounded by old people. Hashtag cellulite. Dude, you know you kind of look like, you probably get this, you kind of look like a tough guy from like a boy band. I'm gonna bust you up. Ooh. I'm playing, man. 20, you work out? Yeah, you're 20, you don't need to. A lot of we get older, still try to work out, but it's tougher because we got more responsibilities. Got to be smart about it, working it all day. Like today, listen, I didn't have to go to the gym this morning because at the hotel I took the stairs. Afternoon I took the elevator. I'm like, come on, I'm not training for the Olympics. The point is we get older, but you really don't feel old, you know? Like you feel old? Yeah, but to be fair, you do kind of look it. Really? You guys be laughing after the show? We're out on Center Street and I'm getting a beat down from Bob Barker? It's tough or weird because, like, one reason I don't feel as old is because, like, at my age, and a lot of folks who were similar ages, I don't have kids, you know? And that'll age you. And I look out, I see a bunch of you guys are parents. And you don't have to acknowledge it, it's on your faces. Yeah, you got that look of shattered dreams. I never wanted kids, but this is what I learned as a non-parent. All of society is geared towards you parents. It really hit me. There was a short time I worked in an office, and that's when I realized that having a kid is pretty much the only socially acceptable way for you to cut out of work early every stinking day. Every day. Hey, Bill, can you finish these? Gotta run T-ball. Cutting out early, bake sale, not coming in tomorrow, juvenile court. It's a big decision. Like, I didn't, like, even to this day, I don't know if I have that paternal instinct, so I look for signs, and this just happened. It was like a month ago, but it's sticking with me. All right, so I'm switching planes in the Baltimore airport, right? And I looked ahead to my gate, and I saw a lady holding a puppy. Yeah, I got all excited. I got a little closer, I'm like, it's just her kid. All right, get done being offended, and let's break this down like adults. Are you ready? Puppies, adorable. Ducklings, you don't see them a lot. When you do, really cute. Kittens, I'm not even a cat person. Come on, they're irresistible. A newborn? Ugh. Come on, they get the big eyes. They're always kind of wet and gooey. It's kind of like E.T. It's like a sticky E.T. I'll come clean. I've never actually held a newborn, but parents tell me when they're fresh, you can still kind of mold their heads, and that sounds really cool. All right, here's the deal. Listen, when you do this for a living, you do some stuff up top to figure out where the line of the crowd is so you know not to cross it. You guys, your line is like this. Maybe I'd like kids more if I had a more normal childhood. And child's fine, suburban middle class, not gonna whine about it. Just my parents are immigrants, came over from Turkey. In that part of the world, so many cultures overlap that people grow up speaking multiple languages. Get this, my dad speaks 4 languages, my mom 7. Yeah, you can imagine how proud they were when I took 2 years of German in high school, brought home straight D's. Oh, they cussed me out for weeks. At least I think they did. I couldn't understand them. But they say once you learn a second language, learning more is easier, and the proof is my mom didn't know English when they moved to America. She taught herself by watching television. That's amazing. Yeah. Until you realize what was on. I coming off the school bus as a kid, Mom, I'm home. She comes down the steps. Dynamite! There was a show with Jimmy Walker. We got Naked Night. Shut up, old man. I'm the baby of the family. Anyone's the youngest? Baby of the family? Yeah. Everyone tells us it's the sweet spot. It's only the sweet spot if your oldest sibling does their job. Who's your oldest sibling? Where are you? Yeah. You're the oldest? What was your job as the oldest?
Take care of everything.
Take care of everything? No, that's why your brothers and sisters hate you. Any youngest would tell you your job as the oldest is to be a complete delinquent, to be awful, break down mom and dad, so by the time the youngest comes along, they've thrown in the towel and given up. Listen, we had your hand-me-downs, parachute pants, you owe us. Problem is, both my older brothers, absolutely perfect. Straight A students, all that stuff. So by default, that made me the problem child, which meant mom had to find a way to keep her eyes on me, so she became the cool mom. And I don't care how cool any of you moms think you are, your teenager does not want you around that much. She was there so much, senior skip day, invited everyone over for breakfast. We're getting ready to leave, she hops in the car, shotgun! My buddies were so used to it, they didn't flinch, like, come on, Bill, let's go grab some beer. She's all, what you talking about, Willis? This is kind of cool, because most of you guys are all coupled up, and I'm standing in the front of the room all alone. I know, it's kind of like prom. Thank you, awkward laughter. Now it's exactly like prom. But you guys are like a good-looking couple. Man, I can't tell which one of you is prettier. You're like really nauseating. You know, every night they're like, you're beautiful. No, you're beautiful. Into the mirror. See, that's what's great about you two there, because she's like way out of your league. You guys like engaged or anything? Dude, you're married? Yeah, good call, man. I had to lock that down before she sobered up. Married is pretty new though, right? How long you been?
1 year.
1 year? You can tell they're like leaning and like her hands on his leg. They're all close and stuff. See, like Bob, you guys been together a long time, haven't you?
Newlywed, 6 months.
6 months, nice job. Wow. That Plinko really pays off. I like people been together a long time, you know? Because like my best friend's in a new relationship. You can't do anything with friends. So like young love, you know, tonight before they came, they spent half an hour going, what do you want to do? I don't care. What do you want to do? I don't care as long as I'm with you. Check back in a couple years like, as long as I'm with you, my night's shot. Why do I feel like I'm having more fun than you? That's a good call. How old are you?
24.
24, yeah, that's a good call. That's my advice for you guys. Listen, and you. Good call. I always tell people marry young. Look, odds are you're going to blow it, right? Get that first one out of the way. I'm being helpful. Because here's what happened. I made it through my 40s, never married, and it's just weird out there now. It's really hard to me. Well, one reason is women love me, but I always end up being the friend guy. Anyone else friend guy? Oh no, Bill, we're all real men. Seriously, am I done yet? Being the friend guy is the worst because I got these female friends, and this is why I learned having female friends. Like, there are 3 women together there. When women go out together, you all have that we came together, leave together attitude, right? I mean, unless one of you is a tramp. I said, did you just turn and look at her? Seriously? Hey, Bob, could you snap your neck any quicker? But listen. But you're different when you're out with your male friends. I have this friend, Jenny, took her to dinner. She met a dude. I had to take a cab home. Yeah, I drove. She's always trying to fix me up. She's got an online date, got a computer date. Anyone meet online? That's it. Match.com is making millions off 5 of us. So it worked for you. That's awesome. Congratulations. Didn't work for me. Might be my fault. I went to Match.com. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not that computer savvy. Kind of got it confused with Ancestry.com. All right, long story short, I had a date with this great aunt I didn't know I had. One of the problems is like I'm really shy. I do this for a living, but honestly, off stage, I'm horribly shy. But there's this woman I was dying to go out with, and finally I got the nerve to ask her, and this is what she said very quietly. You can do better. She says, second time, a little bit louder, giggles. You can do better. And it made sense once I realized she was talking to herself. No, it's not that funny. Here's the biggest problem. This is why you gotta marry young. You get older, there's no one left to date. I mean, that's the big thing. And let's be honest, what am I gonna do? Date women my age? Gross. No, women, this is on you. I think women in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, you are beautiful and you are sexy. Yeah, but now you're all chasing young dudes. Yeah, you're chasing, and look, I can't get that upset because I'll share this with you. When I was in high school, one of my buddies dated a cougar. And we're like, man, that is so cool. Well, now we made it through our 40s, they are still together. Not so cool. He's making it work, though. He is. Listen, she just had a birthday. You know what he got her? Her first cell phone. All right, actually, it's a life alert. She only has to make one call. It's hard to meet women. I got to get creative now, so start going to parent-teacher conferences. Listen, it works great until they find out I don't have a kid. It got so weird being older and single. I had to do something drastic, so I just did this. I went out and got myself, what do you call it, a girlfriend? And, listen, I think it's going well, honestly, because for her anniversary, she got me a membership to eHarmony. By the way, I said that last night. There's this couple right there, and this lady goes, that's a really good idea. Trying to pull fast ones on me like I'm not going to notice because I haven't been in a lot of relationships. This relation's like, we have to have pet names. Everyone has pet names. You know what? That's not cool. That's not how she sounds. It makes her sound like a cartoon. I've been working on it. Let me try this again. We have to have pet names. Everyone has pet names. Oh, you know her? Well, I don't know if that's true. So everywhere I go, I ask the pet. They like you guys. Do you guys have pet names? Oh, you holding out on me, Pookie? See, no guy wants to do it, but it's your wife. You love her. And at some point, you'll do anything just to shut her up. Dude, do not laugh at that. She gave Barbara, so finally I gave in. I didn't want it, I gave in. So I named her Trixie. She calls me Thor. Okay, actually she doesn't. It would be really cool if she did. Listen, I was just the pet name thing. I was doing this show in Akron, Ohio, right? And there's this real, like, you guys know I'm playing with it, but there were these 17-year-olds and they were sitting up front and they just looked scared. Some people are scared to sit up front. So I'm like, hey, buddy, you guys have pet names? He froze. He's like, we don't have pets. And then as I was showing in Butler, Pennsylvania, really rural area, and there's this couple, they were married 47 years, and the way back in the back of this huge crowd, I mean, probably 14, 15 people. It's amazing you got me here tonight. Back of the room, 47 years, I asked a pet name there, I heard his voice go, Pigeon! Pigeon? You gotta ask why. Sweetheart, why Pigeon? 'Cause he poops all over the place! You guys rest now, I gotta call you Pigeon. Get this, Trixie's a lawyer. How about that? Whenever I say that, guys are like, oh man, you got a sugar mommy. And it's true, she makes a ton of money. But you don't understand the pressure of being a trophy dude. Okay, I know it's my job to make you laugh, but you're really being a jerk about that one. This comes time, I'll be honest with you guys, my net worth has been slipping a little bit. I will take your pity. No, because in April I was doing my taxes, realized last time I was at this level financially, I was 12. Well, here's what happened. I had a TV job, I left that, got a different job, but I started doing this. And I love this, honestly, coming out and talking to people's a ball. So I quit that job to go full-time comedy. Last day of work, boss calls me in the conference room, whole staff's in there, hands me a gift basket. Take a look. Oh, cool. So I reach in, pull out a company mug, a blanket with the company logo, and a bottle of whiskey. Said, Bill, it's winter, so the blanket and whiskey are to keep you warm, and the mug is for change. You got me a homeless starter kit? And meanwhile, when I say Trixie's a lawyer, I was like, oh man, LA law, Boston legal, keep in mind they're lawyers for everything. She's a lawyer in banking. They don't make TV shows about banking law because it's the most boring stuff in the world. But I can't make fun of it because for her kind of wisdom, banks fly her all over the country as a consultant. So I'm not going to make fun of it because I'm a supportive boyfriend and I learned how to hack into her airline miles, which is how you get to dry bar. Listen, she'll go for a week at a time. And when I saw the daytime job, she would have to hire someone to come in and take care of her 2 elderly cats, give them their food and medicine. Well, all of a sudden I'm available during the day. She's like, well, then you can take care of them. And again, I'm a supportive boyfriend. You can pay me. She did not laugh. She just storms out. Well, the first Monday comes, I go over there, I look over the counter, I'm like, is that a check? I go a little closer, I'm like, whoa, that's a check. So I'm saying another word, so every time I go, there's another check. Pretty soon I realize the money I make as a comedian is roughly half of what I make as a cat lady. So everything's going fine. 3 weeks ago, I get this voicemail, great news, I'm gonna start working from home, you don't have to take care of cats anymore. I'm like, oh, that's horrible. I can't afford to lose the income. So now I'm looking for excuses to send her out of town. You know, I'm running low on cat litter. You know, it's a good price on litter. The PetSmart's in Canada. And here's the deal. People think dating out of your tax bracket's the greatest thing in the world, but there are some problems with it. One problem is gift giving. Because, like you guys, when you give a gift, you want to give something similar value. It's what we do. Well, I can't afford it, right? So I have to make up for being creative. You know, here's something I just learned. You get a totally different reaction once you're through your 40s and you give a mixtape. Google cassette. And if you make money, you can buy your way out of all the stress of giving gifts. Like, get this. This just happened. Last December 23rd, I come walking in the house. She's surrounded by all these bows and wrapping paper and tissue paper. I'm like, whoa, you probably don't want to see me to see this. These aren't for you. I haven't even thought about you. 2 days before Christmas, she's like, fine, you know what? Here's my American Express. Go to Apple, get yourself a new phone, and then on the way back, pick up my dry cleaning and get my car washed. All right, first of all, sweet, I'm getting a new phone. Second, listen, just because you make more money than me doesn't mean you can treat me like your assistant. You're right, I'm sorry, that was rude. Yeah, send yourself some flowers. It's horrible even when I don't have to give a gift. Get this, my last birthday, she came a week before and she's like, what do you want for your birthday? And these are jokes. I'm playing around. I'm a fortunate man. I have most everything I need. I mean, sure, some hope would be nice, but still. But she keeps harping. I'm like, I don't know. You know what? My iron died. You get me new iron. An iron for your birthday? She gets all mad. It's like, you don't have room bone in your butt. She goes waddling off. Well, listen. Well, she's not here. Dude, tell me you cannot relate to that, because you're cracking me up. All right, so she waddles off. Actually, to be fair, that's kind of how she sounds, too. I'm not sure, but there's a chance I could be dating the penguin. So she waddles. Well, she's not going to see this. All right, so you waddles off. Not another word spoken. Stop making me laugh. Not another word spoken. Birthday morning comes, she hands me an envelope, goes, happy birthday. I'm like, oh. So I reach in, pull out, get this, airfare, hotel accommodations, everything you need for an all-inclusive resort in Cabo. Yeah, amazing. Not perfect, she came too. But think about it, as for an iron, I got 7 days overflowing with sunshine and tequila. We get back, we're unpacking, she's like, what'd you think of your birthday? What do you say to that? You know, I put my stuff down, I went over, took her hands, looked in her eyes, I'm like, baby, wow. I think my shirts are still wrinkled. Oh, jerk thing to say. And then she reached in her bag, turns out she stole the hotel iron score. Well, and she hit me with it. And listen, I'm not being mean about Trixie, and here's the funniest part of this whole thing, is she actually wants me to talk about her, which I cannot get over. And we've had this conversation so many times, I'm sure we'll have it tonight. She'll call and she's like, how'd it go? I'm like, it was a ton of fun. People in Utah were fantastic. Dry bar was an amazing experience. Did you do stuff on Trixie? Because she refers to herself third person. Yeah? Well, how'd it go? It was okay. Then you didn't say right, because I'm funny. And I'll be honest, I'm like, no, the good people at Dry Bar just obviously hate you. Oh, sure, take her side. I'm playing. Here's it. I'm experiencing some things that I hear other guys talk about. I'm experiencing this one, and I know in every crowd there's only one or two guys dealing with the same thing that I'm dealing with. Maybe you can help me out. Any of you, your wife or girlfriend get mad at you for things you do in her dreams? Yeah, see? And then you gotta spend the next 3 days making up for some stuff you didn't even have a chance to do. Now, odds are he's gonna, right? But you should still get the chance. Well, listen, get this. In Trixie's dreams, I'm incredibly sweet. So you think the opposite would have happened, I get a free pass? No, dude, it's even worse. Because now she expects me to be as sweet as I am in her dreams. So I spend my days competing with an imaginary version of myself. She even named him Dream Bill. Every morning, Dream Bill sent me flowers. Now I gotta get her candy. Dream Bill took me to dinner. I gotta get her spa day. Here's her latest. Dream Bill got me a ring. Yeah, so now I don't let her sleep. Get this, we met and started dating her in the holidays. And this is the reaction I get. Women, when they hear that, they're like, oh, you started dating in the holidays? That is so romantic. That's like a Hallmark movie. Guys like, you started dating her in the holidays? That's horrible. That's like a Hallmark movie. Don't act like you haven't seen Hallmark movies. It is the fastest growing television network in the country, which is a little weird because all they do is show different versions of the same movie. Every stinking time. It's this beautiful woman that moved back to this small town and everybody loves her, but she's overworked. It doesn't matter what she does. Let's just say she's a veterinarian. Doesn't matter because it's always DJ from Full House. Well, DJ's concerned that Thad, her longtime boyfriend, cares more about his law career than her. And the movie starts where she has to leave work early to get to his company's holiday party because even though it's September, it's Hallmark, so it's always Christmas. But she gets out late because she's busy giving CPR to a guppy or something. So she gets in her Jeep, she wants to call Thad, and it's a little scene setter. There's a little bit of snow. And she looks at her phone, and the battery's almost dead. And she doesn't see the charger. And then she looks up, there's a deer in the road. All right, DJ swerves. Bambi hops to safety, but she takes her Jeep into a little bit of a snowbank, and she's stuck. Her four-wheel drive Jeep is stuck in 3 inches of snow. Looks down at her phone, it's completely dead. What's she gonna do? Well, just then, over the horizon, there's a cowboy on a horse. Tight shot to the cowboy. Turns out it's played by John Stamos. Kind of makes this an Uncle Jesse James thing. That's kind of uncomfortable. Cowboy leaps into action, takes his lasso, lassos Jeep's bumper, kicks trigger, jacks his Jeep back onto the road. We're saved. Well, DJ wants to thank him, and she doesn't recognize him, which just goes to show, like the rest of us, she didn't watch the Full House reboot either. She doesn't recognize him because he's new in town, doesn't know anyone. So as a thank you, she invites him to Christmas dinner, but he can't come. Even though he's only lived in town for 2 weeks, he's already volunteering at the soup kitchen. Stop me if you've seen this one. So DJ goes off to the party, still thinking about the cowboy. She gets there, Thad sees her, makes a beeline to her. He's like, oh, he's gonna be so upset. He grabs her hand, says, I have something to ask you, gets down on one knee. She's like, oh, after all these years, he's gonna ask for her hand in marriage. It's a Christmas miracle. And then he gazes in her eyes and says those words, what would you think if the firm named me partner? And DJ's shocked. Which is a little weird because the same thing has happened in her last 3 movies. But she tries to play it off. But Dad's secretary had seen the whole thing, knows DJ's upset. So the next day, secretary sends DJ flowers at work. All right, cut to the office. DJ's there working with golden retriever or something. They buzz her from the front. You have a delivery. You'll really want to come get this. I'm too busy. I'm working with this golden retriever. No, you will really want to come get this. I'm too busy. You just send it back. So the flowers come back, and you are never going to guess who the delivery guy is. Oh, wow. Do you write for Hallmark? So the cowboy comes back. Their eyes lock. He reaches out with the roses. Their hands lock. They're having a moment. Just then, Fido starts to choke. Cowboy jumps down, gives the dog the Heimlich. Coughs once, coughs twice, out pops a diamond ring. Cowboy takes the ring, slides it on DJ's finger. End of movie? No, they gotta cut to the dog winking into the camera. Have you seen that movie? You should. They have 3 channels showing it 24/7. Hey guys, I'm Bill Boronkay. Thank you so much for being this special.